Well, folks, welcome to Tough Crowd, the greatest show on the planet Earth. So what happened today? They say there are 10 more Paris Hilton tapes. No. See, that's okay, because I just banged the other door. No, folks. Now look. I really am a master impressionist if I ever tried. I'm great at a lot of things, but I had low self-esteem. Listen, this is what's wrong. In the old days, if you had Hilton family money, everybody involved in this would have been killed on the down low. You know what I mean? What's the point of being the Hiltons if you can't kill people that do stuff like this with you? Here's another good one I heard. It's illegal to show the nativity scene in schools in New York during Christmas. You can have the menorah, the crescent for Islam, but not the nativity scene. Folks, nativity scene, Christ's birth, it's Christmas. It's named after the nativity scene. All right. And to protest, we're going to have a nativity scene on this show with Norton as the baby Jesus. Well, I think Voss, when I started thinking about it, could be one of the three wise men statues, because he almost looks like he has his hair and beard painted on, you know? He's like a very ceramic complexion, Voss. He really is a creep. They all are. Anyway, I think the fact that Christianity is under such attack is all this biblical prophecy, because this is when they said it would happen, and I get nervous, like the Bible's right with the marks of the beasts, the plagues, the frogs raining down. You see how windy it is today? That could, hey, that could blow, you're laughing, that could blow all the hell frogs out of their perch onto your necks, you know? You're laughing after you got a damn hell frog, I guess what they call them. Look, I'm not trying to get the Christians paranoid, but if things keep going this way, you'll be back at the Coliseum fighting the lions, you know? Next thing you know, you wake up in the ICU unit and Siegfried saying a gay German prayer over your head. And he's like, I'm sorry, it must be the wrong room. All right, let's start the show on that bad accent I just did. Now, I'm wearing this like Robert Durst. That's a joke, you know? Is that he's the cross-dresser? This is what he did. He stabbed the guy. He received a not guilty verdict yesterday for killing his neighbor. His defense that the death was an accident, that he was trying to hide the evidence. He panicked, chopped up his victim's body, and then threw it in a river. Now, I mean, that's, you know, I still don't really understand not only the story, but the way we phrased it just now. But what's the matter?
Can you put that back on for a second?
Why, Bob?
You look just like the girl that Jim Norton brought up to the apartment the other night.
That would have been good if you hadn't nervously gone.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
I've been on the show twice, you ass.
I know, but the crowd doesn't know stupid bald Norton lives in your building either, dum-dum. Now, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you: would this have been different if the guy had been black?
Come on, man. Come on, what kind of question is that? Can anybody say Suge Knight? You know? Yeah, of course. It definitely matters if he was black, because I'm just a regular big black guy. And if I fit a description everywhere I go, and I get harassed by the cops. So imagine if I murdered my neighbor, and I'm trying to get off. I don't even got money. So I'm really going to jail. I'm going to jail for two reasons: being black and decapitating this young man.
I want to know, but it's also...
All right, if he was regular black guy like you, we would have never got off. But we all know if he was a professional athlete.
I'm a regular black guy?
You just said I'm a regular black guy.
No,
You're just really big.
I was just...
You're a regular black guy with a really bad shirt. I had to do it. Isn't that terrible?
Oh!
Hack!
No, he really... For the record, I did not start. She started first.
He really does look like a B train going to Harlem, doesn't he?
What's that?
I said he really does look like the B train going to Harlem.
But you know, if it was a professional athlete, he would have gotten off.
Okay.
First of all,
Jimmy, right? Is that one? Anyone?
This couldn't be black. Black guys don't chop bodies up.
It's a matter of class. It's not a black issue. It's a class issue. The guy did not have the money to buy his freedom, which this guy obviously had. And where did they pick this jury? At
Yeah, they went to the O.J.
College?
Simpson jury school. I mean,
exactly.
You know.
Big time.
But what, didn't he say it was self-defense?
Is there a school?
Self-defense of a
I don't want to talk
71-year-old
about it
man.
anymore. I want to show this stupid thing. Ready? Let's see the
If I
thing
had
that
$1
we have to
million,
show.
I'd get
Stupid
away.
thing.
I'd kill you and get away from
He bought his way out of jail.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Bottom line.
No, I don't think it's the money thing.
And if he was black and he had money, he still wouldn't have gotten off.
He's white, he gets off. He gets the deal. 3 black kids go to jail for 15 and a half to life.
If he was black, they would have straight gave him the sentence and he would have left.
It ain't about being black, my man.
I think they should lock him up and take his nuts out.
That looks like one of your relatives, that guy.
We're Mets fans.
Yeah, right.
All right, what's the next story? Let's move along. Oh, look at this judge. Chief Justice Roy Moore has been removed from the bench for refusing to remove a giant monument of the Ten Commandments from his courthouse. He said, I was just upholding my oath of office. The Constitution of Alabama requires to acknowledge God. Now, I kind of agree with him, but, you know, did he have to acknowledge God with bigger stones than Moses? You're looking for a fight, Peckerwood. Watch it. Now, listen, aren't the Ten Commandments, though, the foundation of most law, Jim David?
I don't think so. I think they're the foundation of most religion. I mean, in the Ten Commandments, you've only got 3 laws that are commandments: stealing, killing, and bearing false witness. It's not against the law to covet your neighbor's ass. I mean, that's the foundation of
Jim,
capitalism.
I think you're paraphrasing into your version of the Ten Commandments.
No, it is. It says you shall not covet your neighbor's ass.
Oh, come on, Jim.
But he's got a good point, because the foundation of law in this country is the protection of people who have enough money to hire lawyers to get them off for killing their neighbors. That's the foundation of law in this country.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
But it is.
What the hell was that?
He said it's not.
Watching Ally
It's not. This country was not founded on religious persecution. This country was founded on slavery and making a buck. But that's what it is.
But the Ten Commandments, when we say it's law, it's not this country's law. It was the early law of all countries when it first started. We're just saying that all law is
But
based.
that's not the foundation of most law in all countries either.
It's something good. It's the Ten Commandments. Why should that offend you? I mean, if it was a statue of somebody a 9-year-old, maybe you could get offended. But it's not bad.
Because it just so happens.
Now, wait a minute.
If your particular religion says that you worship a pickle and you should screw your neighbor's wife and you should steal stuff from Kmart, then those are your beliefs. Those commandments conflict with your beliefs.
I follow.
But don't you think that's then anyone can say anything? I mean, at some point, do you believe, hey, listen, it's all just this slippery slope? So our country was founded, let's say, 85% Christian
But
right now.
Iraq was founded on, what's it, the Koran.
And
Same
Iraq,
thing. Look what they did. They bastardized
but it's not the same thing as my point. You can't say Iraq's behavior and the United States behavior is the same thing. They're two opposite ways they live.
Religion can be too easily manipulated.
But anybody, I can say that about anything in the world can be too easily manipulated.
So don't do it.
So
Don't do anything? Just stand here like this with a saltine cracker?
No.
And a glass of water for 20 years.
Just don't mix religion and state. That's
can't
all.
That's BS. You want the Lord involved when you're going to court. I know I do it.
If your Lord.
No. Listen, Trinity. Blonde hair. Let me explain this to you. As a black man going to court, I always pray to the Lord because I got open cases right now.
But that's your right.
Every time I go to court, I pray to the Lord.
It's all right. It's your right
Let me
to pray to
walk
the
out
Lord.
of these rooms.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jim. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I sat back
look.
and watched.
Wow.
All I'm saying is this. Senator Orrin Hatch has introduced a bill that will allow foreign-born citizens to run for president of the United States.
Yes!
Now, I know why, because he wants to endorse that one, his boy, Slick Rick. Nothing, folks? All right, look. Bernadette, should you have to be born here to be president? Bernadette.
Who's Bernadette?
Trinity!
Oh, my God! That's a black person's name. She's a person.
It's an Irish name, Bernadette.
It's an Irish name. You
Bernadette
guys know.
Dublin.
Bernadette. I think of
that to you back in the day.
Oh, my God.
We gave that stuff to you.
You're not even Irish. What are you talking about?
I'm Irish. Robert Patrick Kelly. Shut up, Colin. I'm Irish just like you. Shut your mouth and go back to Bernadette.
Because he says...
Bernadette, go. Jim, shut
Thank you,
His
Colin
name,
Kelly.
because he says Robert Patrick Kelly. What about Shaquille O'Neal, stupid? That's right. All right, folks, you'll go be a sellout and watch the commercials. I'll say that we're here with these malcontents. We'll be right back. I don't know, every day there's a new wilder story for these kids. In a middle school in Florida, they've been banned from wearing rubber sex bracelets because each color stands for a different sex act. And kids made up a game they call Snap, where the boys break the bracelet off the girl's wrist, and then you have a coupon for one of these acts. Now, I think it's a disgrace that I'm no longer in high school. But
well, you know what? This is just like gay guys used to put handkerchiefs in their back pocket.
Right.
You know, I had a fuchsia one, which meant that I was into fellatio and Scrabble.
I
Thanks, Jim.
I want to say something.
Robert, I'd love you to say
if
something.
black means sex and blue means oral sex, what does black and blue mean? You had sex with Colby?
Ah, that was a nice one.
Woo!
That was very nice. And he's even wearing black and blue.
I want to say no.
Always good to get in a race, Joe.
I think these. Thanks. I think these.
Horrible.
This is a great idea. I mean, when we were a kid, it was a guessing game who the slut was. This is perfect. These kids are multitasking. That's what I like.
Now, wait a minute. Jimmy, you have a little true story to tell us about your girlfriend.
Yeah, my girlfriend actually is a teacher at school, and her students gave her these little wrist joints, whatever they are, and she thought she was wearing it out of the love of the students. Like, yeah, I'm wearing this for you. I'm wearing this for you. But in reality, what she's letting them know is, hey, I give oral.
It's a true story. Oh, my Lord. You're going to have to go up there and straighten that joint out. All right, Bernadette, now you believe in, because you're an Irish girl at heart, let's face it, you believe in discipline hitting kids, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think anybody who takes a subway at 3 o'clock when they all just got out of school would agree with me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You've got
I totally don't think they should be allowed to wear anything in school except a uniform, because that's I think this is beyond freedom of speech.
You just want all those boys nice and neat.
You are so full of it. You always have to play the gay card because you have no other idea.
I love you.
But anyway, yeah, I know too much.
Is it girls or boys that gives her these things?
Boys and girls.
Oh my Lord! Things are
It's
really
a team
speeding up.
effort. It's a team effort.
Well, maybe you don't know something here. Maybe she's deserving these bracelets.
Hey.
Now listen, a new dating idea has been hitting big cities. Speed dating in the dark. I don't want to sit here for this
You
one.
really think we'd deter him?
No, the dinners are a way for singles to get to know each other without focusing on looks. The downstairs side, it could lead to speed raping, of course, but really, isn't all dating about looks, Bernadette?
Well, I just feel if you're going to spend 5 minutes with a bunch of different guys in a dark room, you might as well just go work at a strip club and make a ton of cash.
That's not a bad idea.
And all these straight guys that are doing this, I don't trust them. What's wrong with them? A guy who doesn't care what you look like, it's probably because he's just going to make a coat out of your skin or something.
You know who's doing this? You know who's doing this? Who? Fat, ugly introverts. That's who's doing this. Okay? Good-looking people have no problem being in a well-lit Starbucks meeting each other.
Yeah.
Okay? And I don't even understand. If you want to do this, just meet each other. Who cares what you look like? Go home with a fat chick and then shut the lights out. You want speed dating?
He said it's backwards.
It's backwards. If you want speed dating, hi. You want to have sex? Yes. Shut the lights out. Done.
Oh.
You know what it is? It's people who were so superficial throughout their 20s, they wanted to be with the hot model, whether it be male or female. Now they're in their late 30s and they're scared, and because they were so superficial and wrapped up at looks, they have to do this.
Am I on Crossfire?
I like the fact that you managed to point to every one of us during that. So superficial.
No, but
It's really stupid. I mean, I just think the whole idea is stupid, because what if you really like somebody in the dark, and then the lights come up and she looks like Dr. Ruth passed out over a garbage can at 4 o'clock in the morning? I mean, what
over?
Huh?
Get out!
Would you guys do that? What straight guy do you know that would really
That's
do
why
that?
I just cut out. I cut out the middleman. I just
Would you go on this
masturbate.
date and you can't see what?
I don't need.
No,
really.
speaking of superficial.
Jimmy, we knew that. Jimmy, you knew that.
Stop saying stuff.
Buried my microphone into my nipple. You big ape, you're strong.
Whoop your ass.
I think you should stay where you are, Colin. Don't move.
Listen, patrons are lining up to eat sushi off a naked woman's body at a restaurant in Seattle. Protesters say they're treating the woman like a serving platter is dehumanizing and blah, blah, blah. Now, I know whatever else it is a good way to get rid of the day-old Torah.
Isn't
but
wrong.
listen,
Wait a minute,
Jim,
stop 1 second.
Jim
Can you just stop touching my knee like
did
that?
Jim just cut off my one big laugh I could have had in the show?
So let's go back. You can go
Son
back.
of a bitch. The hell with it. Go ahead, what do you think, Jim?
Sushi off of this woman. Huh?
Yeah.
I think eating raw fish off of
Did
a
he just
naked
cut
woman
you
is
off after he cut me
redundant.
off?
Yeah, he did that.
First of all, the only food they could do this with was sushi with Japanese ladies, because they're so docile. You could never do this with like a chick from the Bronx. They don't shut up for a half hour to enjoy your meal. She'd be like, oh, no, you didn't spill beans on my coochie.
Holy He was like Steve. For some of us, our relationship with commercials is the longest running relationship we have, okay? So go work on yours. We'll be right back. I want to do this so I keep a macho attitude. Is this how they hold it? Have we lost the ability to express ourselves romantically? Not funny? All right. I'm going to compare the correspondence between Victorian-age poets Elizabeth Barrett and Robert Browning with the typical stuff you hear today. Let's start with the Brownings. This is what Elizabeth had to say to her man way back in 1861 in a collection called Sonnets from the Portuguese.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight.
Beautiful. And now her lover, Robert Browning.
Do you know, when you have told me to think of you, I have been feeling ashamed of thinking of you so much. It seems to me that no man was ever before to any woman what you are to me.
Oh, elegant, passionate. 50 years later, and we're still reading it. You know, I sometimes wonder if our generation's sonnet, which we know is the instant message, will stand the test of time. So, let's listen to a real conversation taken from an internet chat room and see how these two star-crossed strangers compare with the Brownings. Please welcome Pretty Kit 233 and Wizard Blue. All right, now, keep in mind the dialogue you're about to hear was taken from a real chat room, we swear to God. Okay, let's start.
Oh, God, you're hot.
Thanks.
What are you looking for tonight?
I don't know, I'm bored.
What are you doing? Is that your real picture?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Are you still there?
Hold on a second, my friend called me.
Okay. Is she hot? Are you tall? How old are you? Hello? You're hot. Are you still there?
I said, hold on for a second, you moron. Damn.
You bitch, I'll beat your ass.
Wow. That was really depressing. It's like watching Flowers for Algernon starring Western Civilization, but style-wise, they're both very compelling. You know, you got How Do I Love Thee? Let Me Count the Ways versus you bitch, I'll beat your ass. So, will Wizard Blue and Pretty Kid 233's literary legacy stand the test of time? I guess we'll see. You know what, folks? Teens are having so much sex, they need to communicate their sexual preferences with color-coded bracelets. You can count the number of times I've needed sexual coding on one hand. In fact, you just down the hand. If someone you'd like to date could wear something that told you about their past, what would it be? Robin Kelly.
Okay, I would like a girl to wear something that lets me know what she likes sexually. It would have to be a code so only I know. If she had a shirt with a feather and an Iraqi soldier on it, I know she was into a little light torture. If she had a shirt that smelled and was really wrinkled, I know, stink wrinkle. She likes anal sex. Okay, if she, whatever, relax your stink wrinkle. If she had a shirt with Rosie O'Donnell's face, a heart, and Richard Nixon's face, I would know she's a crazy bitch that loves dick.
Oh, Jimmy Martinez, Jimmy.
I want a woman to wear a thong that warns me if she's fresh or not. And if, no doubt, and if it's white, you're okay. But if it's orange, the orange alert whole situation, you're gonna have to send in reinforcements like soap, liquid detergent,
All right, Bernadette.
Well, Colin, I need them to wear a bracelet telling me if they've had a job. Not some artistic struggle or career that their daddy hooked them up with, but an actual job so I know they've eaten some crow in life. I also need them to wear a bracelet that tells me that they've got at least 2 more balls than I do. Because I can't screw a guy with no balls, no matter how much I hate myself.
Boy, you know, talk about an obvious hint. Thank you. I know what you're saying. All right, look, nothing, folks. Jim David.
I'd want a prospective date to wear a butt plug that also serves as a time capsule. Inside this magical butt plug is everything that makes them unique. Medical history, a list of all psychotic family members, financial statements, past breakups, and who left who, a record of all piercings, facelifts, tummy tucks, and scrotum reductions, photos of their current car and apartment, and for the homemaker in me, coupons from IKEA.
All right, folks, that's the end of the show. I don't mean to speak in cold. Good night. Did you love it?